For me, I think the biggest thing that football taught me was how to overcome adversity.
At some point in your life, you're going to have some tough times.
You have to have that next play mentality.
That cohesiveness and that working together, that's really something special that you can't get in a lot of other areas.
When you practice that and you live that in other phases of your life, it becomes second nature because all you know how to do is fight.
It's not an easy game. If it were easy, everyone would do it.
You start to appreciate the smaller contributions that people make. You don't just look at the big one because you knew it took 6 or 7 other guys who are unsung.
And you can't take shortcuts and be successful.
Doing what they do to make it possible for the guy getting the press clippings or whatever it might be.
In this game, whether it's as a coach or a player.
So I would certainly say that you definitely got a very quick lesson in how to overcome adversity playing football.
Welcome to FootballGameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bringing you our preview of the 2016 Russell Athletic Bowl between the West Virginia Mountaineers and the Miami Hurricanes. And let's start this video off by taking a look at our keys to victory.
First, let's start with the Mountaineers in this ball game. They have to make Brad Kaya make tight window throws. I think he does a good job throwing the football in bigger windows. He's a little bit hesitant to make that tight window throw. I think that's where West Virginia thrives in pressure situations. They're able to press on the outside, and they force your quarterback to have to make those tight window throws consistently. If they're able to do that, I think they have a great chance of picking off some passes. And quarterback Skylar Howard has to beat the blitz versus Miami. Miami does a great job in pressuring the quarterback. They do a great job of collapsing the pocket around the QB and forcing you to stand up in the pocket, stand and step forward and make a throw. He has to be able to beat the blitz if they want to beat Miami. And the defense has to be able to get off the field on third down. So their third down defense will be huge in this game. If they can't get off the field with Miami's ability to run the football, then they'll struggle in this contest. And for Miami in this ball game, I think it's going to be about using their tight ends a little bit more in the ground game. I think they have an opportunity to run the football against this Mountaineer defense. And if they can get 2, sometimes 3 tight ends on the field at the same time, more beef on the field to run a football, they can have a lot of success on the ground. And defensively, I think it's about winning in the trenches. West Virginia does a great job of putting a lot of pressure on your defensive line to get off blocks consistently, get off one-on-one blocks consistently, both to stop the pass and also to stop the run. And if they can't do that up front on the inside, then they'll struggle in this game getting pressure on Howard and also shutting down a team that runs the football to the tune of 5.5 yards a carry. And overall, it's about being able to seize opportunities, whether that's defensively creating a turnover or offensively finding a way to get a big play deep down the field in the passing game. They can't allow those opportunities to pass them by. If they're able to seize opportunities on both sides of the ball, they have a great chance in this ball game. And the biggest X factor in this game for West Virginia, in my opinion, will be the play of cornerback Rasul Douglas. He's one of the nation's leaders in interceptions. He has 8 on the season. Will they match him up one-on-one versus Stacy Coley of Miami, or will they keep him on one side? But wherever they decide to put him, his play will determine where Miami can go with the football, which ultimately helps out this defense. And we look at Miami in this ball game, I think their biggest X factor will be defensive tackle Kendrick Norton. This is a guy that's a tremendous talent, a sophomore, and how well he's able to, one, get off blocks consistently, one-on-one blocks consistently, disrupt the interior offensive line, which in turns will disrupt their running game of West Virginia, or be able to get pressure and collapse a pocket on Skylar Howard, will ultimately determine how well they're able to do up front, which could then help this football team get off the field. Now, here's a few of the 2017 NFL draft prospects in this ball game that you want to keep an eye on. I know there's a lot of junior prospects that haven't decided whether or not they're going to stay or leave the program. But when you look at some of the guys on this list, Rasul Douglas, Brad Kaya, we talked about, Stacy Coley, Corn Elder, outstanding cornerback for Miami, but I'm a big fan of what they all bring to the table from a competitive standpoint. These guys actually show that passion you want to see on the field. But when you look at a guy like Tyler Orlovsky and also Da'Keil Shorts, I think they're big-time playmakers for West Virginia that will determine whether or not they win or lose this game. But also on the flip side, Rayshon Jenkins of Miami is another outstanding defensive back coming from this Hurricane program. I like Miami in this ball game. I like their ability to run the football. They have two outstanding tailbacks in Mark Walton and Joseph Yerby, but I think what you'll see is them be able to have a lot of success along both sides of the line of scrimmage. They'll control this game. They'll shrink this ball game, which will force West Virginia to maximize their possessions. I don't think they can. This will be a closely contested game that the Miami Hurricanes will win on the backs of their outstanding tailbacks.